firstly, this is probably where I went wrong with most of you. The lapel wrap stuff, again, I stick to what I've said hundreds of times with the lapel wrap. The lapel wrap and the lapel guards are not completely new, unique guards. What they are is they are kind of hybridized guards that exist already. Okay, the lapel wrap adds to a pre-existing guard. The worm guard stuff, all the back takes off the worm guard were basically just De La Riva back takes. Okay, this is the opposite. This is a reverse De La Riva back take. So the core guard and the kind of core movement that we're doing here is reverse De La Riva, and it's this Kiss of the Dragon back take. Fucking hate that name. But everyone's using it. So it's this internal rotation to the back. Now, without the lapels, the way this would work is I'd be playing a reverse De La Riva here. Obviously, foot would be controlling the distance. I'd be reaching through, controlling. You can come to here as well if you want, but that's a preference. But I have this reverse De La Riva here. The way the reverse De La Riva works, the way the lapel is going to be working, I play reverse De La Riva because he keeps trying to fucking knee slice me. He tries to knee slice me here. What reverse De La Riva allows me to do is try and knee slice now, is turn the knee outwards. Okay, so the core movement would be from the reverse De La Riva here, is I would push, I'd pull, I would make him step. As soon as he stepped, I would come to here. I would come through. This would come to the back here. I put my in, and I take the back from there. Okay, look familiar? Good. Okay, that's the core movement. That is basically what we're doing, but we are wrapping a lapel to attach ourselves and break balance and make this, it should make it easier, okay? It should make the movement and the control easier because it's tethering us to his leg. It's also allowing us to break his posture and keep the knee externally rotated, okay? So, then we add in the lapel. So, we're playing a normal De La Riva to start with. We're wrapping here. So again, it is a reverse De La Riva, okay? That is kind of the core guard that we're using here. So the issue for most of you to say is that isn't in your head. So when you're wrapping, you're turning this way. You don't play reverse De La Riva facing outwards, okay? So you have to have it in your head that this lapel wrap is a reverse De La Riva lapel wrap, okay? So therefore, when I start wrapping and stuff, I am coming to the inside here, okay? And again, as soon as I start to come to the inside, it's easy for me, I've got relatively long arms, I'm wrapping here and I'm passing it off to this arm. This hand, as soon as I can, I want to be getting control of this leg because, again, the issue a lot of you are having is the guy is stepping back slightly with this. Okay, if this happens, there's other things we can do. But the De La Riva here should make it a little bit more difficult. But as soon as I can start to reach for the leg here. Okay, I want to make sure he can't step back. Once I have control of this leg, he tries to step away and widen his base. He can't because I have control of this. Okay, the wider his base, the more lapel I'm going to need. It's going to get to a point where it's not going to reach, okay? Now I start to invert because I'm not going to be able to reach through. I need as much lapel as I can. This is coming in front of the leg here. But again, if I try and pass here, I'm not going to be able to reach. But again, you don't play reverse De La Riva square here. So I start to come up here, okay? So again, it's like a reverse De La Riva. Then this hand is coming through, I'm passing off, and we're coming here. This is what gives the knee control here. Because my wrist is on the inside, I can straighten here and I can turn his knee out. Okay? Exactly the way a reverse De La Riva would work. Okay? Because again, I said before, reverse De La Riva, the key job of the reverse De La Riva is to prevent the knee slice. If he was pretending to knee slice here, we'd have to bring the knee in. Try to bring a knee in. It kills the knee slice here. Okay? So this lapel wrap is my reverse De La Riva hook, basically. So if the lapel wrap is acting as a reverse De La Riva hook, this leg can do something different. Okay? Does that make sense? So this is why it has basically added to the reverse De La Riva guard. Because my lapel wrap is now my reverse De La Riva hook, which frees up a leg to do other crazy cool shit. Okay? So don't go too deep with this. If this isn't worm guard, this is then shallow on the hip here. Okay? Then we're looking at doing the Kiss of the Dragon. So if this leg is miles away, this isn't going to work. But I have a free hand here. I have a leg that I can pull in. I can pull his knee in. What I want is to force him to step forwards with this leg. So I'm pulling in and I'm kicking away to step him over here. Now this is within reach. So I reach, palm down, palm up here, and I start to invert myself through. Okay? This knee is aiming for the back of this knee. But the important thing, as I say, is the foot. I have to turn the foot and rotate the foot. Because the minute my foot is on the hip. So as I go through, I turn the orientation of the foot so the bottom of the foot is facing on the lapel here. So again, as I go through here and he steps forwards, I'm switching so my foot now, okay, step to your left, rotate to your left slightly, this way. My foot is now on the lapel here, okay? This has come through, so then I'm kicking forwards and taking the back. The difference is my knee is already on the inside because I've not had to use it as a reverse De La Riva hook, okay? So this then allows me to bump him forwards. If the guy is strong, like I'm not kicking him up and forwards. What I'm doing is I'm basically, if I lift my hips, I'm trying to stomp down on this lapel here. Back take. There, okay? So one more time, very, very quickly. Make sense a little bit more? I fully appreciate this is relatively complicated, okay? But I just want you, every kind of component of it, I want you to understand why you're doing it and what it does. Because it isn't just wrapping shit for the sake of wrapping shit and getting Instagram likes, it looks cool. There is a specific, but that, honestly, there's so much jiu-jitsu that's like that nowadays. There is a specific reason for everything we're doing. Everything has a job and it serves a purpose, okay? So, again, we're starting from a De La Riva. We have the wrap, we're coming here. Foot stays on the hip, no one is too deep. And again, now we're thinking reverse De La Riva. But my reverse De La Riva hook is on the hip, so I need to make the lapel my reverse De La Riva. So I start to invert, I come to here, I grab this leg here. Okay, so this now needs to become my reverse De La Riva hook. I need to bring him in slightly, I need to invert through. I pass here. This lapel now acts as my reverse De La Riva. Okay, so now I need to do the kiss of the dragon. So I kick back, I pull forwards, I'm here. Okay, as I go, my foot turns and rotates, so it's now facing down into the lapel. Come in, I stomp down, here, pull back, kick through, back take from there, okay? Oh, come on, Jordan, what questions would you possibly have from that demonstration?
The main thing then is actually that even though you're wrapping up the position of his foot against your hips, you stop and you've got to be the right side of that foot and it's got to be over here and then as you're inverting it's almost up under there. And then once you've done kiss drag, it doesn't matter if you fall forward, you can then just put him back in.
Absolutely. What this does, the two things this adds to the reverse De La Riva and the kiss of the dragon. One is that it adds security because it's nice and tight and tethers you to them. Also, that lapel wrap is, you can't clear that. With a reverse De La Riva, if I'm playing reverse De La Riva, he can straighten his leg and he can pop the reverse De La Riva hook and knee slice. I have a lapel wrap right around his knee. You are not going to pop that lapel wrap. So that kind of lapel reverse De La Riva ain't going nowhere. You ain't popping that hook because it's wrapped around your fucking leg, okay? So that's tighter. The second thing is, because my leg is not on the inside here, when I invert, it's the other side, I end up with both of my knees on the inside. Traditionally, with the kiss of the dragon, what will happen is when I invert through and I come to here, this leg is on the outside here. So then if I want to take the back, I'd have to pummel this in or I have to kick him forwards and I have to do all this kind of extra shit. So it allows me to free up that leg to have that on the inside already. Does that make sense?